And then the bugger told me the dingo ate my baby.
The Baba Yaga?
The dango.
Dingo.
Dang.
Arizona.
Hey guys, how are you?
Welcome to the show, everybody.
This is the Taboo Fnader Tots.
Where we talk about anything that interests us, whether it be political bullshittery, which, let's be honest, all politics is bullshit. Fucking getting froggy or beating up your family.
Or iced coffee. This is some serious gourmet shit, my dude.
Or just beating up your family. I don't even know where that came from. Anyways, welcome to the show. How are you doing today, Nick?
I am okay.
Is there any elaboration or?
No.
Okay. I'm tired.
I am also tired, which is why I have iced coffee, because I'm like, my social meter is at like 25%, but once we start getting into the podcast, that's going to go down real quick. So I need 2 different sources of caffeine.
3, technically.
Well, I don't have a can of Coke next to me, so only 2.
You change that real fucking easily.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, fine.
Okay. Fucker.
So.
Bitch.
Cunt.
Asshole. Speaking of cunts and assholes.
Froginator.
Ah, fuck. What?
I don't know. Where are you going with cunt and asshole?
Yesterday, me and
Okay.
Morgan took a little trip around town because yesterday was my payday, and I'm like, "Hey, come with me. I might buy you something." We took a trip uptown, and there's a specific gas station that usually on the first couple of days of the month is really super duper busy. And firstly, there was only one single gas station stall open when we got there, like the actual gas where you park and you get your gas. And firstly, there was a ton of fucking people there, and I was like, oh, I'll just slip in here. I couldn't just pull into it immediately. I had to go all the way around because it was on the wrong side of the gas tank on my car. And then so I had to go all the way around, and by the time I pulled into the stall, somebody else pulled in there from a different state, and I just screamed, "You bitch!" And everybody looked at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "She took my stall." So we waited behind somebody else. They pulled out. We pulled in. Got our gas. Got some food. We had already got like.
Do you want me to share what I witnessed before we get into that?
We already had some KFC, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm asking because chronological.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so I went in to use the bathroom.
I'd already pumped the gas and we were just sitting there eating at that point, and then he went in to pee.
Yeah, I had to take a piss, and I went in there, and everything was fine. People were at the counter, people were at the fucking shelves. It's a fucking gas station, like not good.
Oh, there was like a flake of something, and I thought it might have been a coffee ground, but it was like a chunk of my creamer that didn't dissolve. It was really weird. It was like in the shape of like a little like piece of glass or something. Like, why wouldn't it be in like a little ball? Because it's clumpy. I don't know.
That is very bizarre.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sorry.
and everything was fine. I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. And then I go into the bathroom, and I'm about to start to take a piss.
Yeah.
When from the register to the bathroom, I hear screaming and yelling. What the fuck?
You didn't close the door all the way.
You
There's a buddy dog. Hello, buddy dog.
buddy,
Get out of here, buddy dog.
my dog.
If there weren't so many goddamn cords all over the place, we would let the dogs in. But I don't want to be talking in the middle of a story and then.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. Actually, that would probably make for good content, though.
Maybe.
Anyways,
You were pissing, and then someone was shouting.
yeah, I was
pissing and shouting.
relieving piss, and they were just pissed off.
Relieving piss, yeah.
So I go out there, and obviously I gotta be nosy. I gotta find out what's going on.
Chismoso. That literally just means nosy. Chismoso just means nosy.
I was like, come on, explain it, Diego.
Diego! Okay.
I was originally going to call you Dora, but I felt that was too offensive.
Okay.
Mexican female.
I understand. Go on.
Okay. In pink.
I don't have a... Yes, I do.
Well,
By the way, we are wearing our Taste My Nuke Bitch shirts.
Do I need to back up or?
No, you're good. Link in the description to a Redbubble to get super cool designs and funny designs and designs.
So they're not going to look exactly like this. These were the prototype.
Yeah, these were the prototype done at a local design shop thingy.
They're cool, but they did not do a good job.
Just a real quick tangent. The material is super soft and stretchy.
I do like that, but I'm meaning the actual.
I like it because it looks rustic and like somebody actually like painted it on there almost. But if you don't like that kind of design, I do understand why you wouldn't like it.
I don't like it because it's just not.
You want it stretched upward or downward?
I just don't want it to be so.
Because usually designs are right on your chest on t-shirts. They're not on your stomach. Unless it's a big ass design, and that's not really a huge design.
I don't know, it just feels so fucking cramped. And that's what I don't like. That's my issue with it.
Okay. I understand that.
That is literally my only issue with it. Other than that, the shirts are great. The customer service over there, though.
Yeah, we're not gonna name names, but they were a little tonto, a little dittery, a little her.
Yeah. Actually, we were recording in the upstairs studio when
we were. That's right.
When you were like, "This dumb cunt."
Yeah.
And then we had to stop recording because it was so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. I think we were doing one of the Reddit episodes, which we should do again. We were doing a Reddit episode, and I know I shouldn't look at my phone while we're recording, but I was, and they were emailing me back and forth like, why isn't it a transparent PNG? And I'm like, it is. Like, no, it's not. And I'm like, there is a setting in my art app thingy that I use to draw on my tablet that says transparent PNG.
And then they wanted it to be like a Martin or some shit.
A totally different file type. If I couldn't get it to be a transparent PNG, and I'm like, okay, whatever. 2 different other file types I tried to transfer it into to send it to them, and they still said that it didn't work. And they're like, oh, we'll make it work. And then they're like, yeah, we can make it work, but it's going to be an extra $25 fee. And I'm like, okay, fucking whatever, man.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, man. I don't care. And then they're like, oh, it's ready the next day. And I'm like, okay, I go. And I'm like, here's my credit card. And I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. We'll waive the fee. I'm like, so you did make it work, and you didn't... Go fuck yourself. Anyway.
There is another graphics design place around here that I would love to go through or go with.
Yeah, we only have the Redbubble shop up now because, I mean, if like one person wants to buy a sticker or one person wants to buy whatever, then that's fine.
It's not going to cost everybody involved an arm and a leg and probably part of your penis.
Yeah, but once we get like an actual volume of orders per month or whatever, then we'll probably do something local because I don't like using big corporate machines if I don't have to.
There is a corporation, and I hate using that word for this. there is a company that if we really need to, we can look into going through them.
Okay.
And it is ran by a YouTuber.
Oh.
Actually, we've talked about him on this channel a bit, actually.
Yeah.
The Trump shooter was wearing one of his shirts.
Oh, Demolition Ranch?
Yeah. He has a clothing
Distributions business.
He literally prints and distributes and designs all in-house.
Okay.
So, and I think that'd be pretty cool because also, like, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I've been watching his shit for years.
Be like, excuse me, Mr. Big YouTuber man, we only have like 100 subscribers or whatever, but can we go through your shop? And he'll probably be like, no, you're too small. Come back when you got 102 subscribers.
Honestly, I could see him doing that just to be funny.
Yeah.
But, like, he, as I said in the Trump shooter video, or maybe the follow-up, or the follow-up to the follow-up.
When he got shot again. Did we ever go over that? The second shooting?
Wait, he got shot a second time?
Okay, it wasn't an actual shooting. It was a potential shooting. Guy came up through a bush in Mar-a-Lago on his golfing range and was going to shoot at him, and the Secret Service scared him off. Yeah. They got him, but I think we mentioned it in passing, but didn't go over it like too intensely.
Because it sounds like it's a shut and done deal.
Yeah.
But I'm sure by now most of the facts are out.
Yeah. But anyways, too many tangents. You were in the you're in the gas station pissing and somebody's shouting.
So I hurry up and finish pissing, and I go out.
Wash your hands, and then you go out. You didn't wash your fucking hands in the middle of eating.
Okay, first of all, I went in when I was done eating.
Oh, okay.
Second of all,
still,
I don't remember if I did or not, because I was more concerned about the fucking yelling that's going on over here.
Mugroso.
Like, literally anybody would be like, what's going on over here?
Can you say mugroso? Mugroso.
Shut up, Diego!
That means disgusting, filthy, fucking jackass of a pig. I'm just kidding. But it does mean, like, nasty.
That was actually really hurtful.
I'm sorry.
But, no, I might have. I don't remember.
Okay.
That is
Look, I don't wash my hands every single time I use the bathroom either. If I don't touch my cock, I usually... 50% of the time, if I don't touch my cock, and if I don't touch my booty cheeks when I wipe, I don't. Most of the time I do, though.
I don't remember if I did or not, because I was focused on the yelling.
Yeah.
And, like, it was loud fucking yelling. Like, it sounded like he was coming through, like, guitar amps.
Oh.
That's how fucking loud it was, practically. So, obviously my attention was drawn to that.
Yeah.
And so I go out there, and I'm expecting, World War III or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some fucking dude screaming at the cashier because they didn't have the kind of chips he wanted.
Yeah, I've been, as someone who's worked in food service, I've been yelled at for ridiculous reasons.
And the poor fucking cashier was absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
But I didn't step in for personal reasons. If hands were laid on said cashier, though, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I would have stepped in and I would have beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh yeah. And
so I made the smart decision to run out and turn on the scanner.
Oh yeah.
And
you did that, yeah.
Lo and behold, I didn't have the right fucking frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't hear anything about anything. But, yeah. I guarantee you the cops showed up.
Okay.
But as we were leaving, where were we leaving? Or were we going to get gas?
No, we had already gotten gas, and we were as soon as you got into the truck, I was finishing up my food, so we stayed there an extra like maybe 60 seconds, and then we left.
Okay. But so in this specific gas station parking lot, there is an entrance here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, an entrance here. I think it's only those two. Am I right?
Yeah.
So we, for whatever reason, didn't go to the one that was here, which was closest to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you take over the story from there.
So, super quick here. We left and we went around because the parking lot is situated a little bit weird, compared to the exit back onto the main road. So we had to go like out and back or no, out. How did we do it? No, we were going. Where did we go after that? Did we go straight back to this town after that?
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
I don't know either.
I think I was wanting to go somewhere, but I decided against it. But anyway, we went around out this way, right? And then here's the exit. The exit. But for some reason, I went around in front of the pumps, between the pumps and the store, to go out that way. For some reason, I don't remember. But,
and we were, sorry to cut you off, but we ended up right on this pickup's tail hitch, practically.
That was the next sentence in my story. Thank you.
Oh,
we were
sorry.
Heading out.
I thought you would forget about that part.
No, we were heading out, and I think this guy was backing out of his parking spot to go in front of us. And then there's somebody coming this way as we were still heading this way. But we were going around, like I said, around the pumps this way, in front of where the exit is, and somebody's going this way. Sorry, this way. And then I was trying, literally, maybe 30 feet, probably less than that, in front of this car coming this way. But we were literally like half an inch from this dude that was pulling out and going this way. And he wasn't even going that way. He was trying to go this way, but. So this bitch was blocked by us. We were blocked by this asshole, and this asshole was blocked by this bitch. And so as this bitch was going this way, and this asshole was going this way, and I was going this way, my window was open, and so the bitch was like, "Wow."
Like, just super fucking snobby and like...
I didn't know what she was saying. All I saw was her leaning out of her car window and her saying something. So I just went, "I'm sorry!"
And me at the same exact time, "You're welcome!"
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny. But then I was like, "What was she saying?" And Morgan said she was just saying, "Wow." And I'm like... The function of this turnaround is to be able to turn around. Why are you saying "wow" for me doing the thing that I can do? The law says
if circle, make circle.
Yes. It's more like an oblong sphere, but no.
But no, she said it like super snobbish and
condescending
and Karen-y.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to just piss her off.
Yeah. So I said I wasn't gonna point it out, but I put just a tiny little text right underneath him, and it just says Obama.
Okay. Does it mess with the lighting too much?
No.
Okay.
I better check to see. Still cold.
Just like
No explanation. Moving on.
Just like the real Obama, it's cold.
So have you just really quick, since we're on the topic of Obama, have you ever heard the phrase "black don't crack"?
No, but I wish I hadn't.
It just basically means that more often than not, black people do not show signs of aging until later in life versus white people who start showing signs of aging a little bit earlier than black people. I don't know how old Obama was when he entered office versus when he left office 8 years later, but
I think he was 40-something going in.
he looked like he was like going into his 60s leaving office because
Of all the stress. I'm
yeah,
sure.
that is a real big thing that people say that presidents age 20 years and 4.
Do you think they have their own like personal therapists?
Maybe where they're literally just like yes, hello, you are a therapist. We want you to be the therapist for the president of the United States. However, your every single move on the internet will be monitored. Your every single move out in public will be monitored. We will be watching you like a hawk because if you say anything at all that has been said between you and the president during your therapy sessions, you will be hung and quartered and your family will be raped and murdered.
Holy shit! You went way downhill towards the end there.
You're welcome.
I like it.
Okay. Either way, yeah, he did a little speech for Kamala Harris recently, like within the last week or two.
Of course he did, because they're both black.
Or because
Black.
what is that supposed to mean?
Kamala Harris is a fake black.
No, she isn't.
Show me the DNA report.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
Her father is from Jamaica and her mother is from India, or the other way around. She's black.
First of all, India is an Indian country.
I understand that. Thank you. Captain No Shit.
And Jamaica. Yeah,
People from Jamaica are black.
No, they are very fucking black.
They're black. Which would make her more black than Obama would be. If that's your logic.
No. There is people out there saying that she's not a real black bitch.
Okay, so you don't believe that.
I don't believe she's a real black bitch, no.
So you believe that she is not black.
I believe she has black in her. And she is also road black, but you know.
She's what?
Road black.
What the fuck do you mean road black?
Your poor, innocent mind child.
What do you mean road black?
A black dude fucked her!
Okay?
That's probably it.
What do you mean that's probably it?
She had more fucking black in her when she was fucking a black dude.
Oh my fucking god, Morgan.
Like, show me the fucking DNA report.
Can't you just see the color of her skin and be like, hey, that's pretty fucking black?
I'm not saying that she doesn't have black in her. For fuck's sake.
Okay, what is the difference between having black ancestry and being black?
The difference is I choose to see it.
Okay.
No, the reality is, like, I think she's just playing the race card.
Okay. I mean, if you have it, play it. Fuck it.
Shoot it.
The views of this podcast does not necessarily reflect the views of each individual member of the podcast.
The views of this podcast do not represent the views of Taboo Tater Tot Inc. or whatever.
Anyway,
Is that it?
Obama was doing a speech for Kamala Harris, endorsing her. And he actually, you know what? I can look up his age right now. How old is Obama? What is Obama's last name? Obama. Barack Obama, age. He is 63 years. Yes, so he started looking like he was entering into his 60s by the time he got out of office in 2012. He is now 63 and he definitely looks his age now. He is so much more skinny and less like he was skinny his entire time in office, but he had a little bit of muscle on him. He had a little bit of a little bit of the strunk.
Yeah, that's called the United States military.
But he's looking a little skinny. He's looking a little bit. Maybe he needs to eat a couple of steaks. He looks very, very white. Like he was salt and pepper at the end of his second term. Like a lot of his head was white, but he's pure white now, like on top of his head. And a lot of mixed race black people, their skin tone, they don't get whiter. They get paler as they get older. He's looking a lot more pale. And it's just because he's old. Just because he's getting up there in age a little bit. I think he's literally only like 14 or 15 years younger than my grandpa.
Well, Obama and fucking Hillary just need to hurry up and fucking do the death.
No, you know who needs to do the death? It's Jimmy Carter. That motherfucker looks like a Draugr from Skyrim. He looks like he is just... The last time he was seen publicly was right before my birthday, actually. They brought him out for a family photo, and he was literally just... He was just mouth open the entire time. I don't even know if his eyes were open. And he was just laying there, and
Was he even alive?
He moved. They might have weekend at Burndied him, but like puppeted his hands or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like literally all he did was move his head slightly forward and then shake somebody's hand like that.
Oh my god. Neil grew up.
Neil? Like the tard?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I can't use my body.
Okay. But the point is, they asked him, or actually they asked to interview him, and his family was like, he would like to rest. In other words, he's probably dead already. But they're like, we'd like to interview him. And they're like, no. And they're like, okay, well, can you ask him what it's like being 100 years old? Oh, that's why they had the picture, because he turned 100 years old, like, 4 or 5 days before my birthday. It was like October 1st or September 30th or something like that.
I don't know enough about Jimmy Carter to have a problem with him.
Yeah, neither do I.
But Obama and Hillary need to fucking hurry up and fucking eat dirt.
But anyway, they're like, hey, ask him what it's like being 100 and what he's looking forward to next or whatever. And they literally, his son, actually, specifically his son, was like, my dad is looking forward to voting for Kamala Harris. That is the only thing he is looking forward to. Like, so as soon as he signs his name on the ballot and then signs Kamala's name on the ballot, he's just gonna turn to ash.
I don't even think he said that.
Said what?
That he's gonna vote for her.
Oh yeah, no, I don't believe that either. I bet you the only thing he can say right now is pudding. Or the red jello.
Sponge bath.
Or boom boom. Yeah. But
making fun of the elderly is fun.
He's not even elderly. He's
100.
Deaderly. Yeah, no, he just turned 100, so.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Get
I bet you, like, if you, like, you know how older people have really soft, squishy skin? I bet you if he tried to, like, pinch his cheek meat, it would, like, tear like rice paper.
Grandpa, let's play.
Okay.
I would use him as a pinata.
Anyway,
Again, I don't know anything about him other than
as far as I know, he's a super good dude. I mean, like, when I was getting into high school, I heard that he was like building homes for homeless people, like actual homes, not just
shacks?
not shacks and tents and stuff. Yeah, it was for like the World Homeless Foundation or something like that. Some kind of foundation like that. He was on the scene, like hammering 2x4s and like putting up struts and stuff like that.
I think I heard about that actually.
Yeah. As far as I know, he's a good dude, but I don't know anything about his actual presidency.
So he was a president.
Yes.
Okay.
He was president before Bill Clinton. Or after. No, it was before. It was George H.W. Bush, Carter, Clinton, W. Bush, Obama.
We should do some research into him and do an entire episode dedicated.
He all comes up as a saint, and we're like, welcome to the Jimmy Carter episode. And bad thing number one that he did, picked the booger and flicked it onto the White House lawn. That's it.
Persecute!
Yeah. Drone strike this man.
You're so fucking...
Speaking of drone strike, I had a dream the other night because of that fucking thing.
Oh no.
By the way, Biden mask incoming.
Yeah, that's gonna be me.
I actually had a dream, not last night, but the night before I did a double with you.
I can't wait to smell your hair. Because Biden.
Oh, okay. I like the hamster literally going a trillion miles an hour trying to figure out what the fuck you mean.
I know, I saw the look on your face and I was just like, Biden.
Yeah.
Is it being shipped here?
It's literally, I don't actually remember if it's shipping here to my place. But because of that thing, that's what my wife said anyway, because she said the curse of Plastic Obama is still lingering in the house.
P.O.
P.O., yeah. I was like this reporter guy in a crowd of reporters in the White House room where they do like meetings and stuff. And
it's literally just called the press room.
The press room, yeah. And Obama was there, and people were asking him questions about his presidency. And I raised my hand, and it was like, yes, a gentleman in the front in the red tie or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, what about the drone strikes? What do you got to say about that shit? And then he goes, well, you see, drone strike that man. And then a drone like flew out of like the cuff of his suit and exploded in my face and killed me.
Oh, this was a dream?
Yes, I said this was a dream.
I know, but I forgot because it was so fucking bizarre.
Anyway, yeah. That was fun.
What
I
part?
like having wild dreams like that. The part where I died.
Yeah.
The dreams
I
of which I'm dying.
I guarantee you that's what Jimmy Carter is looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Just hurry up and let me die!
I keep calling the Grim Reaper, and he's not answering me. Take me, Grandma boy!
I tried pulling my own plug.
It turns out that was the plug to the toaster.
I was gonna say the lamp.
Oh, okay, yeah, that too. Do you have anything specific you want to talk about?
Jimmy Carter. But that's an episode we would need to do research on.
Okay.
Just to make sure we are giving the correct factoids.
Yes. Oh man, Bill Clinton looks like a fucking evil lich mummy thing. It's fucking wild. He did
Okay.
all of the living presidents except for Trump, of course, did a like little happy birthday for Jimmy Carter.
Okay, but what does he look like now?
I just said, ha ha ha, very fucking funny. Very fucking funny.
I'm fucking hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about.
There was what the fuck? Sorry, I know I shouldn't look at my fucking phone while I'm doing this, but like $7.77 try to get pulled out of my One account, which is the place where I get my money when I Spark Drive for Walmart.
Yeah.
And I don't remember trying to buy anything for $7.77. And I know my wife doesn't have access to that specific card. She only has access to our Idaho Central card, which is where most of our money go into. I am not controlling like that. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, and what's your social security number?
728935129.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't remember any of that.
Cool. It's also missing a number, jackass.
I thought it was, but I just thought
Yeah, because it's 424, isn't it?
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, and I only gave you 3 numbers at the end.
I know, but I was just like, am I forgetting one?
Yeah.
And so I didn't question it.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't really wanting you to.
I know.
Okay. What's hers? Just kidding.
Actually, I'll tell you something funny. Not specifically what her social security number is, but the last 4 of her social is all one number. So it's like, this isn't it, but it's like 9999. And a lot of the times when she tells official people for whatever the fuck her social, they're all like, is that the right number? And she's like, yes, that's the right number. And they're like, I don't think you're giving me the right number. And it's like, that is the right number.
The U.S. government doesn't think I'm real.
Yeah exactly.
Do you have your social security number memorized?
Sometimes I get 1 or 2 numbers mixed up, but for the most part, yeah.
I have the last 4 memorized.
Yeah.
And that's all I really ever need.
Hey guys, you want to steal my identity? I'll give you a hint. I keep my social security number card in my wallet, which I probably fucking shouldn't.
Yeah, someone wants to fucking steal your identity for the whole 82 cents you have.
I don't have 82 cents. I have more than that. I have like maybe
83.
$17. No, payday was just yesterday. I have quite a bit actually, but not. It's not for fun stuff. I've already blown my fun money.
And for once, he didn't go to the strip club.
Did you know that there's a strip club around here?
Really?
Like very close to us? Yeah.
Where?
In Hayburn. I call it the Strip, where there's the vape shop and then the new internet company and Family Dollar. It's like around that area. There used to be a bar, kind of like across the street from the old theater, the $2 theater. There used to be a bar there, and right next door is a gentleman's club. And it literally says access to members only. And I've actually been inside it once. I had a DoorDash order there, and the inside is literally what you think it is. It is super duper bougie. It has red carpet, low lighting, like really nice plushy leather couches, and I don't know what they're called, but they're like a couch but a booth, like a circle-y type deal, with like standing raised circle tables, and the bar counter is a little low. It's a little bit low, probably for strippers to dance on it. I don't know, but the liquor where they keep the liquor like on the wall is like lit under the glass shelves, and literally I'm like, holy fuck, what the hell? And then a woman comes around the corner. I thought it was a stripper, but I'm like, no, she's too clothed to be a stripper, so she's probably like a hostess. And she's like, oh, is that for so and so? I'm like, yeah, here you go. But she was dressed in these knee-high leather boots they were like kind of like stilettos with the short skinny heel, and a like cocktail dress, and I didn't really notice what kind of top she was wearing because I was staring at her tits. But she also had her hair tied up in a bun with like chopsticks in it, but she wasn't Asian. I'm pretty sure she was Hispanic. But yeah, it was literally like any type of high class strip club that you think of. It was that.
It's funny you said like it's exactly what you fucking think of when you think strip club, and then immediately describe exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even marked either. There's just a little plaque like this big right next to the door that says "Gentlemen's Club, no access or access to members only." That's all it says.
How the fuck do you?
And then the building number.
Is the member they're talking about the penis?
No, like you probably what you have to do. I have no idea if this is true or not, but probably what you have to do. You have to walk in. You have to look nice and dressy and be like, oh yeah, see, I own the moonshine business underground. See, I want access to this exclusive club. You see, and they're like, okay, well, it's $1 trillion to be a member. And he's like, psh, pocket change, my dear, and give him a little card, and probably is what.
He just dumps a bag of quarters on the table.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it rain, baby. I'm gonna make it hail. You see?
I'm not gonna make it rain. I'm gonna make it hurt.
That's why I said hail. Yeah.
I know. I was trying to come up with something funny, but I couldn't.
Okay.
Have you ever been hit with a quarter?
No.
It's not pleasant.
I bet not.
I had a fucking quarter indent impression
Oh.
for like a week.
I had a cousin who could flick dimes because they're a little bit smaller. He could just flick dimes like super hard. One time he did that and accidentally got it like lodged in a window pane. Like I didn't go all the way through. It just kind of got halfway stuck in the window.
That sounds like my penis.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about? We're only at 43 minutes.
Well, going back to yesterday, it was a hell of a day.
Okay.
We went to Pikachu's store.
Okay, so we went to a local comic book shop and then specifically a card shop. And outside the card shop was an inflatable Pikachu.
That's all I remember is the Pikachu.
Yeah.
And the dice.
Yeah.
There was a random ass dice on the shelf.
I bought my first booster pack for Magic the Gathering, which
yesterday?
Yeah. Like usually I get like the little 15, 20 card packs, but I got an actual like booster thingy. It was like a box. It was $45. I haven't gone through any of the uncommons or rares or mythics. I think there's like one mythic in there. I haven't gotten through any of those, but the commons were pretty cool. There was a couple of commons that I really liked. Also, I bought a specific card. It was a Lord of the Rings card. It was Shelob or whatever. It's a giant spider god thing. And I just thought it was cool, and it was a mythic, so I bought it. I thought it was Shia Gorath, but that is a character from Skyrim. Anyway, nerd rant over.
And he also got more Assassin's Creed
booster packs, yes. Like, there's a booster pack and a booster box. Yeah. I got two of those.
In a booster car with a booster seat.
Okay.
Then we came back to my place, and we got to work on videos.
Oh, yes.
Yes, this is the bane of my fucking existence right now.
We tried exporting like 3, maybe 4 separate videos, which took about an hour and a half each. I worked a double, so I was here like from 8 o'clock in the morning to midnight. So,
but and there was even the test video.
yeah, and that took maybe 10-15 minutes. I don't know, probably not even that.
It took like fucking 2 minutes at most. Like, for an old computer, that thing is a fucking beast.
It's a workhorse. It does its job, and it does its job mostly well.
And it takes pride in it, it seems.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we tried exporting videos multiple different times, and we had this happen once before with actually one of the videos that we exported yesterday.
Yeah.
And
which, yeah, that WWE one, if you could work on that one first.
Yep. Again. And it's not even your fault, so I can't fucking yell at you.
Yeah, I know.
I can't yell at you for it. That's the worst part. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck you! Okay, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. But, ow. I think that hurt a little.
Splashing coffee on you?
Coffee does not agree with me. So, anyways, we lost, or I deleted the video thinking that the video was the problem. And how long would you say I was troubleshooting?
Maybe 45 minutes. Altogether, because you like did a little bit and then went outside and then did a little bit more.
Yeah. And we still don't know exactly what the issue was. I think it's the thumb drive port. But when I tested them earlier today, you good?
I just realized something stupid I did yesterday, but go on.
You're going to share though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But when I tested them today, everything seems fine. So, did I call it a thumb drive port?
Yeah.
I meant a USB port.
Whatever.
If you don't know what I mean, then you can get out of here.
Same difference.
So, I don't know a lot about thumb drives, but that's what we use to store our videos. Just kind of a keepsake, or a keep safe.
Yeah, because there's no internet here except for my hotspot. So we work on the videos here, and then I take the flash drive home and then upload them at home.
And
my house.
Yeah. And we'll go into that at a later date. So I don't know a lot about thumb drives, but I pulled out the thumb drive last night and it was hot. Not to the point where it was like on fire. Like I could hold it for small intervals. So I let that cool down and I looked in the USB port and I'm not sure, but something looks weird to me. I don't know, it's just one of those intuitions, I guess. That something looks weird with one of the ports.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's just like a I know what I'm looking at type thing, you know, or what I'm looking for.
Well, there's like 10 fucking USB ports on this thing, so.
Yeah, it's not an issue, but I would like to know what's causing it so we can avoid it, you know?
Yeah.
And so after letting the thumb drive cool down and swapping USB ports, we were finally able to fucking export.
Yeah.
And I'm still very irritated over that. So it's either the thumb drive got too hot, the USB port is fuckarooed,
Fuckarooed.
the technology gods just were not on our side.
Yeah. Which you have to appease those.
Oh, I fucking pray to fucking Android.
Okay.
I was gonna say fucking Bill Gates, but
Yeah.
no.
No.
I like Windows, the operating system. I do, but as a company,
Yeah.
they make me sad,
Yeah.
to say the least. So I don't know, but the point is, I narrowed it down to that four,
Something like that.
3 or 4 different fucking possibilities. And really, if it doesn't happen again, we won't know. Which, honestly, I'm okay with not knowing, for sure. As long as shit doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
So we were able to recover the original video that I deleted. I gotta rework through that again for the 3rd fucking time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's been life. Been full of shit.
That's life.
I also do want to, one of these days here soon, I do want to start recording Tech Talk. Just because I really think that would be a cool thing to do.
Okay.
So, stay tuned for that. That's going to be here on this channel. Nick
you want
had
it to be like its own little separate video, or do you want it to be a part of this podcast?
I was thinking doing kind of what you do with the lizards,
Oh.
but with my own flair and personality and
Okay. Like its own channel?
yeah, but not.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like how we do
Gaming.
couch potatoes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's just a different type of video type that I want to do. That's pretty much all it is. I've got a Xbox 360 with the Red Ring of Death that has already been torn apart. So we'll go and explore that on an episode. We'll tear apart a power supply for, again, an Xbox 360. And maybe even like a Roomba or something.
Oh.
See what makes those tick. Because I have a Roomba that needs a new battery.
Yeah.
And they are fucking expensive, so why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I named them R2.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm excited. After I have a little box here in our closet. After we go through that pile, I guess, that box, we may just pick random technology things from Goodwill or a youth ranch or a thrift store or something, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will be different than others. But I really do think that this is going to be a genuinely fun thing to not only do, but watch.
Okay.
Because, like, How many times have you looked at something and went, I wonder how that works?
Never.
Oh, well, you're a smooth brain, so that's not surprising. I'm sorry.
Damn, brother. I was gonna say just kidding, but nah, that's okay. That's fine.
Do you really, though?
There has been a couple of times where, like... Cause like sometimes I wonder, like, oh, what about a car's, like, specifically cars, I guess. Where I'm like, what inside of a car engine makes it sound different? What's the difference between a car that goes and a car that goes like
Transmission.
No, actually.
And
I've learned maybe that has something to do with it, but I've learned that it's mostly piston number, piston position, and something about the oil intake. It has mostly to do with the pistons that makes the different kinds of sounds. Like a V10, V10s mostly sound like, and then the V6s mostly sound like
a fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you need to shut the fuck up because you're pissing me off.
And you did what in your cup? You know what's actually really, really funny is I had a Buick LeSabre. I think it was a 2002, and it was a V8. And every single person that I've ever told that it was a V8, they're like, no fucking way. That thing's a fucking V6. And we look under the hood, and not only was it a V8, but it was a V8 Magnum. And,
oh, God.
And they're like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Like, this has to be aftermarket. And I'm like, no, it is a Buick LeSabre Custom. Customs had V8 Magnums. I don't know why, but they did. And they're like, so does this thing, like, guzzle gas? And I'm like, you know what? It's actually pretty decent on gas. It gets 21 on the highway. I missed that fucking thing. I should not have fucking gotten rid of it. I'm so stupid. Just because the brakes are getting a little shitty and the front windows didn't go down, I wanted to get rid of it.
Young, dumb, and broke.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was.
And then I traded it in for a Saturn View that had transition problems, and the mechanic that I bought it from was like, oh, don't worry, you can buy it now, and it's drivable, and we'll do everything we can to fix it. And they replaced like 4 or 5 different sensors on it, and like a couple of different parts here and there. And I'm like, can you just replace the fucking transmission? And they're like, well, we want to knock out everything that it possibly could be that's cheaper before we actually touch the transmission. I'm like, okay, well, I have in writing that you will swap out the transmission in this thing if it does not work, if whatever you do to it does not work properly. I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I attempted to drive it to Twin Falls. Real big fucking mistake.
Oh no.
It got burned out. Burned out the transmission completely. Wouldn't turn on. And I called the mechanic. I'm like, hey, you have a tow truck, right? You need to come get me. They're like, why do I need to come get you? I'm like, because this is your fucking fault. You said you would change the transmission in this thing if it didn't work. It doesn't fucking work. And I need to go to Twin Falls once in a while. And the transmission is completely burnt out thanks to you. I had that thing for like 3 or 4 months, and he was doing little things here and there and everywhere to get it fixed. I'm like, no, just take out the fucking transmission in it. And he's like, I don't need to do shit. I'm like, no, you need to get your ass over here in a fucking tow truck and come get me. He wouldn't do it, so I had to have my grandpa come get it. And the next day, you know what happened? One of the windshields got busted out and the tires were slashed. And I called the cops, and the cop that came over, he was like, what mechanic was it? And I told him which mechanic was it. I was like, oh yeah, it was most definitely him. We've had people complain about shit like that before. I'm like, well, can you do anything? And he's like, how can I prove it? Like, I know it's him. I can go talk to him and tell him to knock his shit off. But legally, I can't do any more than that.
Yeah, and that's the shitty part. Like, that sounds like a genuine good cop.
Yeah.
Like, he legitimately wants to help, but there's nothing he can do.
Yeah,
That
he
is
said that there was at least 4 other instances of him screwing people over like that. And the funny thing is that he ran out of business just recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where at?
Across the street. Yep, across the street from the clinic, Family Health.
Oh,
yeah,
that's his place.
Yeah,
well,
was his place. Yeah, and it's really funny because that dude was a piece of shit anyway. Because a little bit before the car broke down, I was just scrolling the recent inmates of the jail, and that dude was in there for beating his wife.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because I watched him kick a dog.
Yeah, that dude was a piece of shit all around.
I called the cops on him.
Very cool.
I don't think they did anything though.
But I contacted a lawyer. I got like a free consult from a lawyer. I was like, hey, I have his signature and his name and all this in writing. Like, do I have a case? He goes, yes, but I wouldn't advise suing because you will most likely win the fees to put in a new transmission and your court costs, but you're still going to have to pay for your lawyer. You will not get anything other than that. And I'm like, okay, so it's kind of a neutral thing. Yeah, you're probably going to be paying thousands of dollars in lawyer fees anyway. I said, I can't sue him for lawyer fees. He said, not really. I mean, you could, but the odds are not in your favor in that department. And I'm like, okay, well, I decided not to sue him. But I absolutely fucking could have.
And that's the problem with our fucking legal system.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you were fucked over, but it's gonna fuck you over more if you try to hold him accountable.
Yeah, that Saturn was so nice. It was a 2010. I've never had a newer vehicle than a 2008. The one that I have now is a 2006. It was really nice. It took me to where I wanted to go. It just wouldn't shift transmission. It would go into first, it would go into second, but if you wanted to go any faster than 25 miles an hour, you needed to pump the gas 2 or 3 different times in order for it to kick into the next gear. And then sometimes it wouldn't even kick into the next gear. It would just go.
For some reason, that made me think of Lightning McQueen.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't remember any of the parts that they put in it to try and fix the issue, but one of them was a knock sensor, and I looked it up, and the knock sensor has almost nothing to do with the transmission. It usually just senses if there's actual, fumes in the transmission system that aren't being dispelled, I guess.
I mean, that makes sense.
Kind of, I guess, but,
just replace the goddamn transmission!
Yeah, if you weren't willing to change the transmission, then why the fuck did you sell it and say that you would?
In writing!
In writing, yeah. They said, we're going to try everything we can to fix the transmission, including, but not limited to, changing the actual transmission. So they tried 4 or 5 different things to fix it. And then finally I was like, just change the fucking transmission already. These other 3 or 4 things obviously didn't work. So what the fuck are you going to do now?
Dipshit?
Dipshit? I hate to bring race into it, but this dude was a piece of shit white trash motherfucker.
Wait, he was white?
Dude, he was more ginger and white than you.
I pictured him being a Mexican.
No, this dude has such a European last name that it has 2 A's in the middle of it. Right together. It's dot 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 a dot dot dot.
You long to
okay. No, his wife was so nice to me. She was really, really cool. Me and his wife were awesome. We got along really well. And she's like, yeah, we're going to do everything we can to fix you up. But whenever I talked to the dude that ran the body shop or whatever, he was such a piece of shit to me every single time. Every time I would bring it in and be like, what's wrong with it now? I'm like, well, it's still doing it. And he's like, fucking all right, whatever. And he'd be like stomping his way into the shop. He's like, we can try this. And I don't know, fucking.
Wait, hold on. Did they have the parts?
No, they had
just sitting there ready?
No. They had to order them in. I mean, I don't remember every single part that we put in, like I said, but specifically this knock sensor. I remember they're like, okay, we're going to go through Napa Auto Parts, and like, oh, it's supposed to be here on this date, and then like, oh, well, it was like right around the middle of COVID. So they're like, oh, well, with COVID, all the shipping lanes are backed up, and it'll probably be another 2 or 3 days, and that annoyed the hell out of me too. And I don't know, it was just such a big old fucking hassle. I should not have gotten rid of my fucking Buick.
And then,
Yeah.
dude, that is literally a fucking sleeper, though.
What? Sleeper?
Yeah.
What's that?
The car that looks unassuming, but will kick your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. That if not for the issues with the Buick, I should have kept it for sentimental value because I actually do feel really shitty about this. Did I ever tell you what that Buick was supposed to be?
You did, but I can't remember exactly.
I had a friend who committed suicide in high school, and that Buick was supposed to be his. And after he passed away, his dad, who was also a school counselor, was selling it for $3,000. And I said, well, I'm looking for a car. I would like to buy this off you. And he said, you know what? You were a really good friend of my son. I'm going to give it to you for $1,200 instead of the $3,000. And even if, like I said, if not for the car issues that were absolutely fixable, I should have kept it solely for the sentimental value. I should not have gotten rid of it.
Like, you could have even done an engine swap.
If I absolutely had to, yeah.
No, like, you could have...
from the Buick into... Yeah.
Put it into something, yeah.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah. I just... stupid and young, and I wanted something new, and the dude was like, oh, yeah, we will do a straight across trade. Like, if you allow us to because the Saturn belonged to a little old lady that literally used it to go to work and come back every day. They're like, yeah, this basically the profits of this will go to charity. So if you want, you can do a straight across trade, the Buick for the Saturn, and that's what I did.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have, regrets. That's one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
But God blessed me with a really nice Jeep. I really do believe He blessed me because
the Jeep is really reliable.
It's very, very reliable. It's closing in on 300,000 miles. We got it with a little bit over 200,000, and my grandpa was like, "Oh, you don't want that." But I wanted it anyway because it looked a lot like a cousin of mine's Jeep, and I'm like, I want it. It was between a Jeep and a Chevy Equinox.
It's a good thing you went with the Jeep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know what that other one is.
Oh, okay. But anyway, what happened? You want to know how I bought that? And it was a straight cash. Straight cash. You know how I bought that?
No.
My mother is on Social Security, and she has been on Social Security for God knows how long. They've always adjusted her amount that she gets, year by year usually, because of inflation. And one year, this was about, I've been together with my wife for 4 years, so this was about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was shortly after she moved in, so yeah, it was about 3 years ago. Social Security, or actually, what happened was really, really fucking funny. My mom gets about $2,300 in Social Security every month, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit less, something like that. And then one day, I'm like, oh, she should get paid today because today's the 3rd or whatever. I look at her bank app because since she doesn't leave the house, she allows me to have a bank app on my phone just so I can monitor everything, help her monitor everything.
And yet somehow she still runs into scammers.
Yeah.
Don't better.
Yeah. One day I wake up and I'm like, oh, she should get paid today. And there was like $15,000 in there. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I tell my mom, like, hey, you better call Social Security and ask them what the fuck. Because, like, if we spend this money, I don't want them to be like, oh, we gave you too much money, give it back. So we didn't touch it for like 3 or 4 days because we're trying to figure out what the hell happened. And long story short, I guess they had been underpaying her for like 10 fucking years. And they finally adjusted their shit. And they gave her a lump sum of the money that she should have been getting those 10 years. And this was like right after I scrapped the Saturn. Because it had so many problems. It was burnt out and somebody slashed the tires and broke the window. I'm like, fuck this, I'm getting rid of it. And we only had my mom's Durango at the time. So she's like, I'm going to buy you a new car. I'm like, really? She's like, yes, any car. I want you to look around, go to all the dealerships, and try and find something that's below $8,000. Your cap is $8,000. And I found this Jeep, and I think it was maybe $6,500.
Great fucking deal.
Oh yeah. Oh
because,
yeah.
like it doesn't sound like it has any issues.
It doesn't have any major issues. Of course, every car has their flaws, but
like
the engine's amazing for it being near 300,000 miles. There's absolutely no issues with the transmission. Literally the only thing that was wrong with it when we bought it was that the tires were too small on it, which I don't know why the fuck anybody would. Anyway,
I blame the Mexicans.
And then 2, it burns a little bit of oil.
So what?
Not even a little bit. It actually burns quite a bit of oil.
Oh, well, still, so what?
It's a minor issue. The engine is healthy. Nothing else is wrong with it. Any other problems I caused, spilling soda on the center console, and every time I start the engine, the windows go down. But I think that's probably just like a burnt fuse or something. I'm just too lazy to look at it.
That sounds more like a fucking short or something.
Something like that, yeah. And then the 4-wheel drive doesn't work in it, and I accidentally busted the handle off.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
And I kept meaning to fucking ask. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And
the AC is out in it, and there's one other. Oh, the stereo just recently burnt out on it, which is probably another fuse issue. But literally, those are the only things that are wrong with it.
Yeah, like it still runs flawlessly. Like it is a very rhythmic fucking.
I doubt that I could go cross country in it. But
I wouldn't push it.
It handles 160-mile trips perfectly well.
Like I'm sure you could go past Boise a bit.
Oh yeah, probably.
And have no issues.
Oh yeah.
Like that thing is a literal fucking tank.
Yeah. It's a very nice car. Literally the worst thing that I have to deal with that fucking Jeep is the on the door.
Yeah. or the
that
fucking,
the AC sucks, but
the fucking handle missing too.
Oh, you want to know something funny about those? The 2 handles are missing.
Wait, 2?
2. The one on the same side in the back, and then
my door.
Yes. The first one to go was the one in the back. My wife's sister just tore it off. And
on purpose?
No, on accident. She was literally just closing the door and then it just came off.
Oh.
And then my wife did the exact same thing to the day 1 month later. It was really fucking funny because I'm like, are you fucking serious? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. And I was looking at my calendar. I'm like, when did we go to Twin last? And it was literally 30 days before. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. Stop tearing up my car.
It runs in the family.
Yeah, exactly.
The fucking handle smashers.
Handle smashers, yeah.
It sounds like a really shitty rock name. Handle smashers. But no, it is a absolute beast. Um, yeah, like you
For
said.
the soccer mom of Jeeps, it's very nice.
Oh, I wouldn't even call it a soccer mom car.
Well, the people at AutoZone do.
Yeah, well, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
They're probably all still in school or some shit.
I mean, the gentleman that helped me replace a brake light, he's like in his 40s. And I was like, yeah, I need help replacing this brake light. And I was like, oh, what kind of Jeep is it? And I'm like, it's just right outside. And as soon as he walked outside, he's like, oh, that's like that's a Liberty, huh? Yeah, no, that's the soccer mom of Jeeps. Soccer mom van of Jeeps. And it really is. I mean, it's not
anything flashy. It's
not super rugged like a Rubicon or a Wrangler. It's not super flashy like a Compass.
But it is.
It gets shit done.
It's the butterface version of all those.
It's not pretty, but it's good.
Except for when you get stuck in the snow.
Actually, that was probably mostly a tire issue. We changed.
I don't care what it was. I was still out there fucking more times than I can count.
Yeah,
digging your ass out.
Last winter, I got stuck maybe 5 separate times. I got stuck in the snow so many times that even now that it's warm, the tow cable is just so tightly around my hitch, I can't get the tow cable off, and so it's just dangling off of my hitch. Which I should just take off the fucking hitch, but I don't know.
It's very distinctive. Like when I saw your Jeep at Walmart that one time, I was like, okay, look for the tow strap. Hey, there's the tow strap!
Well, you could just look at the stickers in the back, but I mean,
the tow strap is just so much. It's big and yellow.
Yeah, it's been used and ran over so many times that like 90% of the tow strap has lost its yellow. It's more like just a pale gray.
But it is still obvious enough for my attention to be like, hey, I know that guy.
Hey, there's the Mexican.
They see me rolling.
Literally, it's really funny because I've been told this dude that I no longer talk to.
Is it me?
No. I knew him in high school. He was like, when we had a falling out, he was like, yeah, well, whenever I see you uptown, I intentionally avoid you because I know what your Jeep looks like. I'm like,
thanks.
Okay. Maybe thanks. I don't know. Fuck.
I'm sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just that made me think of that for some reason.
Yeah.
We had me and my family growing up. We had a lot of different cars. But we did have. It was either a Cherokee or a Liberty. I can't remember.
Okay.
But it kind of looked like yours. So I don't know if that helps.
You want to know something funny?
Can I finish?
Oh, sorry.
And
the way that you tell stories, I can never tell when you're done telling your story.
We would fucking take that out to the desert area on Prime Bridge.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, but go on.
We would take it out there and we would just fucking just ramp that shit. We would also go out there and shoot, but
nice.
And then we got rid of it for some reason, and I still think about that Jeep a lot. Anyways.
On the fly editing. I literally just changed the text to say Barry Obama. My first car was supposed to be a Ford Tempo. And those things are really cool because I think it was a 98, for a car made in 1998, it had some really cool features, like it had automatic seat belts.
What?
It was literally a seat belt that started here and then went across here, and it was like not part of the door frame, but it was part of the door frame, because it would start out right here, right, and then when you close the door and hit your belt button, it would just go.
That is so fucking weird. I want it.
Right? I thought that was so fucking cool. And it had some really cool bells and whistles and knobs on the center console. Don't remember what some of them did. But I think it had heated and cooled seats. Which, like I said, for a car made in 98, 97, something like that, it was super fucking cool. But I guess an aunt of mine had a really bad accident and needed a new car, and so my mom sold it to her, and she's like, well, she told me that she felt the Lord telling her to sell it to her, which was kind of good for me but bad for the aunt, because
it exploded.
Not quite.
Oh no.
She got into another accident. She literally drove it off a cliff because something happened to the brake pedal. She's fine. She's alive.
Still?
Yes. It was a very small cliff.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
The front end was severely damaged to where they're like, I mean, you could repair it and it will be flawlessly fine, but it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So I guess she just decided scrapping it. And my mom was like, this is when I was like 17, so it was like a year away from me like getting my full license and everything. I had my permit then. But or maybe it was 16. I don't think I had my permit. Anyway, yeah, I know something happened to the brake pedal where it locked up and she drove off a cliff. And she's like, yeah, if that had happened to you and you had strayed into oncoming traffic, I don't know what I would have done with myself. I'm like, yeah, no, that's fair.
So was she upset with you?
My mom was upset with me?
No, the aunt.
Oh, no.
Because technically you tried to kill her.
No. My mom was trying to do a good thing for her. But no, she wasn't angry at anybody. She was like, I don't know how she reacted because she lived in Boise, but yeah.
I think I know what cliff you're talking about.
Yeah, it's only like a 15, 20-foot cliff. It's not very big.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just that should have been my first car, but something happened to the brake pedal, and thank God I didn't actually drive it. But that car was so fucking cool. It had so many cool little features in it.
It was your spaceship car.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you, since we're on the topic of cars?
Oh, super quick. I was also supposed to have my grandpa's like 68 Chevy truck, but I just refused to learn stick shift, so I didn't have it.
He still struggles, but he can do it.
I can drive maybe a block. I've never actually tried driving on a busy road in a stick shift.
Excuse me. So, have I ever told you what I want to do with the little Tykes cars?
No.
You know, like the red and yellow buggies?
No.
I want to slap an engine on it. And not
like a boat motor or like a lawnmower motor, or what an actual car motor?
Yeah, not like a baby bitch car motor either.
A weed whacker mower? Motor?
I'm talking like a Hemi or some shit like that.
How the fuck would one fit in one?
I don't know. I don't care. But I want to be able to drive down the road and just be me.
Make it a diesel engine and have black smoke come out of like a chimney pipe.
Roll call.
Huh?
Roll coal
Roll coal?
in a little buggy.
Yeah.
Rolling coal is what? The black smoke.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that would be fucking funny.
Just pull up to someone next to, or pull up next to someone at a light. To be like, "What's up?"
Be like, hey, baby, this thing's street legal, but I'm not.
Hey, baby, I'm not street legal, and neither is this car.
Okay. Or even better, put like, that would be fucking wild. If you took two little Tykes cars or whatever and like stripped the inside of it out, which there's not much to strip out, and just put two motors in or one motor in each, and have two of them, and have it tied up to a little like red wagon, like, and have it be like a little pod racer type thing from Star Wars. Somehow tie them together and like.
But like that is the ultimate weird. Fuck you, you know, like.
Okay.
That is the last thing you fucking expect to see driving around.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we are almost at an hour and a half. I am surprised we made it this far with actual topics to talk about. I have to piss with the force of 1,000 rats.
Huh?
Right up my ass. Nobody knows what that means.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah. Do you have any last requests before I send you off to forever good night?
Just hurry up and shoot me.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another episode of the Taboo Tater Tots Club podcast.
Be sure to check out the description below. You'll find our Redbubble, our Twitter, our
Patreon.
That's what it's called.
Our Cash App, if you want to donate. Which, by the way, actually, that just reminded me, really super quick.
And you'll find Nick's personal channel. I sometimes appear over there.
Lizards with the Most. It is Magic the Gathering stuff.
And I do the editing for that. I don't understand any of it, but I feel like the videos turn out pretty well.
Super quick. Within maybe the next 4 or 5 episodes, a lot is going to change. Because my wife is in college. And she gets stipends from FAFSA or whatever. And usually they're about $2,000 to between $2,000 and $4,000. And yes, it's supposed to like be for her college stuff, but she already has most of her college stuff. She has a really super good computer. She has a really super good drawing tablet, a really super good DSLR camera and all that stuff. Really, the only thing that she needs to buy for college is like, because she does buy her books in advance. She's like, oh, I'm going to be taking these 2 courses within the next 3 or 4 months, so I'm going to buy this book and this book. So really, only things that she needs to buy for her class right now is 2 separate books, and then re-up her subscription to Adobe. So that leaves us.
I hate how they fucking do that.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a cash grabby fucking dick move.
Yeah. But I mean, since she's a student, she has it discounted because usually it's like $200 or $300 a year. Since she's a student, I think it's only like $190 a year.
Oh, only $190.
Only $190. Yeah.
To use Adobe.
Yeah. But now that she's married, because we got married last year.
Oh, it was only last year?
Yeah, we've been married 1 year. Thank you.
Clap in the comments below, or else.
Yeah. Anyway, she gets these stipends, I think, like 2 or 3 times a year. And FAFSA and the government drags their fucking heels through the mud to do anything. So this is the first stipend she's going to get where the government legally recognizes her as a married woman. So now that she's married, she's going to get a lot more in her stipends. She's getting almost double. Exactly how much she's getting is $8,218.07.
Can I have the 7 cents?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
no.
make a statue.
We're already making. We already have 3 separate lists of things that we want to buy. One for me, one for her, and then one for the house. And other things for my mom. Also, we're buying, but that's included into the house stuff.
Do
Like-
we need to make a list for the studio?
I
or-
already did.
Oh,
That's already been a thing.
you
That was
just
before we found out we're getting so much money. I already
you just
had a list
didn't
for the studio.
include it, you know.
Well,
So-
yeah, these are the lists that we just now made. Now that we know we're getting a shit ton of money.
I also just found out that there was a list.
Anyway,
So
things that I'm going to be getting: soundproof foam. At least 1 new webcam. This is an option, but it's on the list anyway. Is swivel arms for the webcams. A DSLR camera for me, so that I don't have to borrow my wife's. That's specifically for my Magic channel. And then
another swivel or spinny chair.
another spinny chair. Yes, like the one that I'm in now. Those are the only things on there for now. But also, since Morgan, you are my best friend in the whole world, because I am so sad I don't have any other friends beside my
I was gonna go, dude. I'm your only
Yeah, I
friend.
know. I also have a couple of things in my cart for you. And these are going to be for your Christmas. They're going to arrive before Christmas, of course, but
I don't celebrate Christmas, so.
you heathen. Anyway, that's okay.
I only put up a tree because it makes my mom happy. And like, let's be honest, what wouldn't we do to make our mothers happy?
A lot.
Name one.
Swim and piss.
I'd do that.
I would not do that.
If it made my mom happy, I would.
If my mom was on the other side of a canal, and the only way to save her from death is swimming in a canal full of piss, I would think about it. But ultimately, I'd be like, you know, you're a cripple. Your life is pain. Do you really want to live that long? Do you? Like,
That's harsh. I mean, I get
Okay,
the fucking
okay.
thinking behind it, but god damn.
okay, I would swim in a canal full of piss, but I would not swim in a canal full of shit. That definitely
No, that's where I draw the line.
I would not do.
Because piss is like,
Piss is sterile. Piss is like, if you get it in your mouth, it's not gonna fucking kill you. But if you get shit in your mouth or shit in your eye, you could go septic. So like,
or
nah.
get dysentery. Or something.
Yeah, but like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. And like, piss is like what, 70-80% water,
Yeah,
something like that. Like
Something
a
like
high amount of water.
yeah.
And that's why you can purify your piss
And drink it. Yeah.
and drink it. Yeah. So like,
Nothing you do to feces will make it edible.
actually, if you sprinkle some pepper on it, it might be pretty good.
Do you pepper your shit? Season your shit? No. Anyway, yeah. Long story short, new changes to the studio coming soon.
Good changes, exciting
Good
changes.
Yes.
And lots of robust dumb fuckeries.
Join us next time when I put my balls in a waffle iron.